festival season now. The all Bahrain is enlightened. So today we can enlighten our meeting with a great enlightenment. With this note, I invite all the Toastmasters, especially those the guest which is others, our general evaluator Nasrin Sheikh and Sajeev Menon. With this note, I invite all of them into the meeting. I invite our president, Toastmaster Alvin Sevi, for the floor.
Thank you, Acting Surgeon at Arms, Toastmaster Soipol, for giving us the wonderful introduction. Meeting number 443 is now called to order. We will first now begin with an opening prayer. Almighty and ever-loving God, shower your blessings on this gathering in the endeavor to rebuild ourselves as aspiring Toastmasters. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to our 443rd meeting. And I can see we have a couple of guests present over here. So to kick it off, we'll start with our general evaluator, Toastmaster Nasrin Sheikh. Would you like to share a few words with us?
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you for inviting me to be a general evaluator for the meeting. On a personal level and a professional level, yes, Toastmaster Alvin, you're one of the reasons that this is the first time I've stepped out, and I'm sure I'm going to enjoy the meeting. Thank you so much, and back to you.
Thank you for accepting the invitation, even though it was at the last minute. Thank you so much. So next we have our second guest, CJ Menon. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, that's right.
CJ Menon, are you here with us? There you are. So Toastmaster Sajeev Menon, sir, would you like to introduce yourself for us, for our members?
Okay. Hi, good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I am from Palakkad Toastmasters Club, and today I am doing from the Innovative Planning Pathways Level 5 project. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sajeev Menon. Okay, we have seen all the guests, and now are there any apologies on the floor? Okay, there's none from floor. I have apology from DTM Cage. Unfortunately, he came down with a virus and he's currently recovering, so he won't be able to come in today at this meeting. So there are some changes in the agenda, so I will address those changes right now. Okay. So Toastmaster of the day. I'll be the Toastmaster of the day. So, and as the timer role, Toastmaster Sean, he is unable to reach at the moment. So instead, Toastmaster Athira, oh, wonderful. I just talked about Toastmaster Sean and he's already here in the meeting. Wonderful. Okay, since Toastmaster Sean is still here, he will resume his duty as the timer. And there's another mistake in the agenda over here. It's written as every second and fourth Mondays we meet around 6 to 8 p.m. There's a mistake with the timing, so you all can correct it. We meet every meeting from 7:30 till 9:30. So these are the changes so far. And one more change I forgot. Yes, Toastmaster Sajeev Menon's his project from Innovative Planning, I believe. Yes, not from Dynamic Leadership. So that is another change. So total, just two changes. The change with the Toastmaster of the day, three changes. Toastmaster of the day, the time, and the pathways. So can I have someone propose the changes? So we can pass that motion along.
I, Toastmaster Sijo, I propose the changes.
I second. And Toastmaster Soipal second this.
Thank you so much. Now, with that out of the way, we can finally get into the exciting part of the meeting, which is the presidential slash Toastmaster of the Day address. Okay, once again, good evening, everyone. We now only have 18 days until 2022, and 2021 is now coming to an end. This year was filled with lots of ups and downs, and we all have faced our own challenges and difficulties. Some we may have overcome, and some we didn't. Now, let me share a story of Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey never thought that he'd become a comedic sensation in the future. When he was a child, he had to live in the least pleasant conditions. His mother wasn't able to work due to mental illness. Meanwhile, his father was an artist, but although he could have been a great comedian, he didn't think it was possible for him. So he gave up, got a safe, regular job as an accountant instead. Therefore, Carrie's father was only able to provide money for the family, and it was a financial struggle since he had a wife and 4 children to take care of. He ended up losing his job when Jim Carrey was just 12 years old. As a result, they had to live in a car. According to Carrey, it was a traumatic kick in the guts. When he was 15, he did his first stand up comedy, which was a disaster. He dropped out of school when he was 16 to focus on his comedy career. He worked as a janitor. His first residence was basically a closet place in Los Angeles. Despite all this, he would often park on a famous street and visualize himself having success. One of those nights, he wrote himself a check for $10 million. He kept this check until he reached his big payment with the movie Dumb and Dumber. And the rest is history. His life was filled with adversity, and yet he never gave up hope, and he left us with a tear inducing career of comedy from his various movie roles, which made my childhood fun. Let us learn from his example and visualize our goals and strive to work hard to make it a reality. This is my 2022 New Year resolution. What about yours? Now, without further ado, we shall now get into the educational component of our meeting. But before that, we have some role players which will support us in making this meeting much more wonderful. Now, our first role player is a very veteran senior Toastmaster and the past president of KCA. So, without any further introductions, let me introduce Toastmaster Soipal as a grammarian to give us the word of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster, our president. This today, as a grammarian, I will look into all the grammars and the errors and apart from that, moreover, I will look into the best idioms, best proverbs, best usages of the words. I will note it down at the end of the day, and means end of the meeting, I will report it to the general evaluator. The word of the day is it is a satori. Satori means, I will put in the chat. Satori means it's the sudden enlightenment. For example, day before yesterday, with the satori, Alvin introduced me as a grammarian and evaluator without asking my consent. Okay, that great. This is my example. What I have read. Okay, this is the sudden enlightenment. The word is satori. I'll put in the chat box the word. Thank you.
much, grammarian, Toastmaster Soipal. And our next role player, we have our counter. So let me introduce DTM Ahmed Rizvi to explain his role.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished leaders, good evening to you all. This is DTM Ahmed Rizvi, reporting as the R-counter of the meeting today. And my role as R-counter is to watch all the speakers' crutch fillers such as I mean, you know, repeated words and pauses, etc. I'm sure most of the speakers will try to avoid these gap fillers or crutches. And at the end of the meeting, I will report to the general evaluator the number of R's and M's counted by me as the R counter. It's a listening skill for experiencing Toastmasters, how good you are in listening. Over to you, Mr. President.
Thank you so much for giving us an insight about what the role our counter is. So next, I would like to call upon our timer, Master Sean Joseph, to give us the timing criteria for today's meeting.
Thank you very much, President Toastmaster Alvi. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you very much. So today, playing my role, taking up the role as a timer. Time is one of the most important things in this world. In fact, you can buy anything in this world, but you cannot buy time. And in fact, it is so precious that it is regarded as one of the fourth dimension. We have three dimension and the fourth dimension, in fact, time. And it's very important that you utilize the time properly. Today being the timer, I will be noting down the time taken by each individual speaker and evaluators and for table topics and give my report to the general evaluator when we called upon. Following the timing criteria for the prepared speakers, as 5 to 7 minutes. When you reach 5 minutes, I will change my background to green. Can you see my background? Is it green?
Yes, it is green.
Yeah. Upon reaching 6 minutes, it will be turned to yellow. And when you reach 7 minutes, it will be red color. It will stay until the end of the speech. Similarly, for the table topics, 1 to 2 minutes. Upon reaching 1 minute, green color, 1.5 minutes, yellow color, and 2 minutes, red color. For the evaluation, 2 to 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. So thank you very much, and back to the president.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sean Joseph. Now, first speaker. Now, before I call upon our first speaker, I would like to invite her individual evaluator, Toastmaster Soipal, once again, who's doing two roles for this meeting. So once again, let me invite Toastmaster Soipal.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, and especially our speaker today, the first speaker today, our Sijilal. The Sijilal is going to attempt with the speech title, A Gift of Beauty or Return of Eternity. The main things it has to be noted down for this speech, what we are going to emphasize on that the member will deliver a well-organized, persuasive speech. Persuasive means with the speech we will convince or we will do something. It is called the persuasion. So this is the main emphasis of this speech, and obviously there will be the emotions, ethics, and the logics in speech. The speech may be humorous, informational, any styles, and any choices. The speech should not be report. It should not be in a report or of the persuasive project. So with the persuasion, we will observe the great speech. Thank you. Back to you, our Toastmaster of the day.
For giving us the project objectives. Now, this Toastmaster, I had the pleasure of working with her in various roles and she has been a very sweet lady and always ever smiling. And she is also the current president of Palakkad Toastmasters as well as member of our club. And she is also the club coach as well. So without further ado, let me introduce Toastmaster Sujilal. Her speech title, A Gift of Beauty, A Gift of Eternity. Toastmaster Sujilal.
I have some issues with my legs, so I won't be able to stand up and talk. Can you close your eyes for a few seconds, all of you, until I say open? Now listen to me. Will you be happy if someone asks you to close your eyes for a few seconds? You can open your eyes. Will you be happy? You can answer to me, will you be happy?
It depends on the person.
Depends on, but I don't think majority will be happy if you ask you to close your eyes by force for a few minutes. So you can imagine how it would be to live without eyesight. We see beautiful colors, flowers, shapes, and recognize people all because of our beautiful eyes, the vision. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening. The eye is the window to the world and window of the soul, said by William Shakespeare. However, this window is not open to many. By this time tomorrow, approximately 70 people in India will be blind because of the corneal eye disease. Well, cornea, imagine this is the eye, and cornea is a clear transparent tissue covering the front of the eye. And it serves as a window to allow the light to enter to the eye. And the rest part of the work will be done by our brain. That's how you'll be able to see me sitting in front of you and talking to you. And when this cornea becomes diseased due to an infection or any accident or poor nutrition, it leads to blindness. This devastation causes so many persons in life. That's something I come across my professional life. According to National Program for Control of Blindness, India has 120,000 of corneal blind patients, and around 25 to 30,000 of new cases are added to this list every year. And currently, India retrieves corneas from less than 5% of all deaths. And after this pandemic, it again reduced to 52%. So you can imagine how there's a big gap between the demand and the supply. There is the good news that we all can make a difference to this gap. How often have you shared our food with our friends? How often have we given our advice and suggestions to help the near and dear? Maybe some of you might have already donated your blood. Eye donation is as simple as it is. Plus, in the case of these corneas, you won't even feel that because the eye donation is done after the death. So gift your corneas and become a donor. Eye donation is donating your eyes after death to give sight to the needy people. Although the whole eye will be removed from the body, only the cornea, only this part, only the cornea will be taken for a transplant. And cornea transplant involves removal of certain area of the diseased, certain area, not even the full, certain area of the diseased cornea, and replacing it with the clear cornea which has been removed from the body of the donor. And the cornea was one of the first tissue to be transplanted successfully. There are numerous guidelines laid down for this process to take place. The first is that the person should be a registered donor. the close family members should be in close in agreement with this prior to this procedure to be done. And eye removal has to be done within 6 hours after the death. It takes only 15 to 20 minutes, and it will be done right at the place where the body is, and at any time, whether it is day or night, without disfiguring the face and without any expense to the donor family. After the removal of the eye, an artificial eye like this, a plastic one, will be kept on the place of the body size, so that it will not, the body will not have a disfiguration. Well, anyone can be a donor, irrespective of age, gender, blood group, religion. Persons with hypertension or diabetes also can donate the eyes, except the cancers and some communicable diseases such as hepatitis, HIV, and all. However, a 10 ml of deceased blood will be collected for some tests. Now, cornea transplantation should be done within 2 to 3 days after the removal of the eye. One of my friends, sister, she was very excellent and she was excellent in studies. The only thing her one cornea has been diseased due to a degenerative diseases. Her vision was just counting fingers. I could see her difficulties while she was studying. I personally felt her struggle with one eye, and with the support of many people, and she got the cornea, and she became one of the gold medalists and looking forward to a brighter career in the research. So I could see that, I could felt the struggle she faced with that. In 2015, approximately 88,000 of cornea were obtained for transplant in US. The same statistics in India was 40 to 50,000 only. Dear friends, let's be like Sri Lanka, though where about 90% of the Buddhist population donated their eyes. Unfortunately, in India, in spite of many graduates, death rate of about 8 million per year, the eye donation is only about 5,000 per year. So dear friends, I hope you all understood how this button-sized tissue can be a life changer for many sufferers. What more wonderful gift our bodies after death. I have promised my eyes. Join me to make this world a brighter place for thousands of human beings. Make your eyes alive after death. Donate your eyes and give a gift to so many. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sijila, for giving us a very wonderful, informative speech. Definitely, this is something that we should take up to donate our eyes, or in fact, donate our organs when we go on to the next life. So that is a very wonderful message that you shared with us. So thank you so much, Toastmaster.
Toastmaster Sijilal, can you share the form in the group for donating the eyes? We are ready to donate it in the organ cells.
I will send.
You send it to the group, and I will sign to you that within the we will most of us will ready to donate. This is the persuasion what you deliver now.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. So for our second speaker, we have Toastmaster Sajiman. Now, before I call him up, I would like to invite his individual evaluator, DTM Ahmed Rizvi, to share his speech objectives. Over to you, DTM Ahmed Rizvi. So you're muted.
Master of Ceremonies, give me a minute, just a minute. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Master of Ceremonies, fellow Toastmasters, and the speaker in particular, who is attempting a project for the preparation of his HPL project. The purpose of this project is for the member to apply his or her leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement the plan with the help of a team. The simple object is, the purpose is for the speech to elaborate on the guidance committee, the plan, etc. Of the first speech is for the member to introduce his or her plan and vision. I wish the speaker all the best. This is a project level 5 project, the HPL project. Over to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you so much, DT Mohammed Rizvi, for sharing the project objectives. Now, Toastmaster Sajeev Menon is attempting a speech from Innovative Planning, Level 5 speech, which is the HPL project. And his speech title is My Footsteps to a Leadership Role. My Footsteps to a Leadership Role. Toastmaster Sajeev Menon.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Anyone who had an interest in the Toastmaster at one point in time had felt the weakness in their communication skills. That person has taken a positive step and came forward in joining the Toastmasters. All of us are here every 2 weeks with one purpose in our mind. That is to improve our communication and leadership skills. Someone would have sacrificed their time and efforts, which was supposed to be there with the children. For some, it might be the time with their friends or with their parents, which they would have sacrificed. But
yes, thank you. Thank you, Chief Judge, telecounters, timers, Sergeant at Arms, and all the others.
Can I continue? Okay. But yet we never gave up, and we had the desire to become a better communicator. We would have showed our perseverance, we have showed our tenacity, we would have showed our resilience. And talking of resilience, I remember our club almost 1.5 years back, when the lockdown did strike us. It separated us almost instantly from the routine face-to-face meetings. But we, as the Toastmasters, in spite of all the restrictions we have in place, we kept building our skills. When the opportunity came to me to provide the HPL project, there were many thoughts in my mind what role to take. When my VP Education, Toastmaster Sunitha Regu, told me that 250th milestone meeting of Palakkad Toastmasters is coming up very soon, I didn't have any further thoughts. I felt that the need to take the leadership position as an event chair for this milestone meeting and take time to acknowledge and appreciate the efforts put by the past and present Toastmasters. They have sacrificed their time and efforts and have transformed many of us as better communicators and leaders. The continuous association with the club has helped all of us to think outside the office, and in the process, we have improved our communication skills and we are more effective in our personal and professional life. We are now equipped to take more challenging roles in our life there is no better time to acknowledge and celebrate the past, celebrate along with the past and present Toastmasters to that effect and as part of the HPL project. Let me provide the presentation slides. Can everybody see the slides? Yeah, okay. My presentation slides is very simple. It contains just 6 pages. First is my footsteps to leadership. Since I am taking this as a leader, this is my first project. To make any project successful or any event successful, we need to have the guidance, a team to guide us. This is called the guidance committee as per the HPL project. The first personality in this guidance committee is Toastmaster C.G. Lal, who is the present president of Palakkad Toastmasters. And I acknowledge for her contribution for guiding me through the guidance committee meetings. We had 3 sessions of guidance committee meeting already as part of this project. The second personality is Toastmaster Sunitha Reddy, who is the VP Education of Palakkad Toastmasters Club. In this project, her knowledge on the various pathways projects will definitely guide us to achieve the full project success. The third is Toastmaster Divya Ramesh, who is the chartered member of the PTA, and she has conducted many such events in the past. As the vision for this project, the vision is to celebrate the thriving of Palakkad Toastmasters Club by conducting the 250th milestone achievement meeting. Followed by the vision, we have the mission statement. The mission statement is to conduct the mega event of Palakkad Toastmasters Club by ensuring active participation of all members of this club in an enrapturing environment. The tagline we have provided as in my speech, which I said, it is honoring the past and inspiring the future. The date of this event is on 18th of December 2021. The venue is Al Sukia Restaurant in Salmania, time between 6:30 and 9:30. The keynote speaker for this event will be Toastmaster Bharat Venkat. For any project to be successful, there should be a trusted team. We have the managing team led by Toastmaster Sitilal, Toastmaster Sunitha Reddy, Toastmaster Divya Ramesh, and we have an action committee led by Toastmaster Srijit Raja, Toastmaster Diva Sajeev, and Toastmaster Shivadas Nayak. And the PR team is headed by Toastmaster Sumesh. The expected outcome on this is to create a fun and an interactive and motivation session with all the people present there. By having an interactive session, we are transforming the club with new ideas and innovative thinking. We will achieve more success for the club, and it will also encourage more face-to-face meetings. In summary, let me say that Toastmasters, taking a leadership role is a challenge. There are many unknown things as we proceed. Leadership can be defined as an ability to inspire and guide the team members, build an environment where visions are developed, at the same time support the team while the goals are met. A leader who fulfills this definition and does it in a way that motivates others, which is so important, is called a high performance leader. In summary, let me say this, what I learned by taking this project. We need to select the team by identifying the skills and competencies necessary to complete the project task. We need to motivate the team members throughout the project from inception to completion and the setup. At the same time, develop a plan including well-defined goals. Delegate tasks to the team members. At the same time, provide support throughout. You are a leader. Lead with confidence for the successful completion of the project. And I take this opportunity to invite all of you for this mega event, which is held on the 18th of December. That's all from my side. Thank you for your attention. And we are co-innovating tomorrow as a leader. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sajeev Menon, for giving us your speech. And I wish you all the very best for the event under your leadership. So all the best to you, Toastmaster Sajeev Menon.
Thank you.
All right, now we have the ballots. So before I launch the poll, may I request our timer to give us the timing taken by the speaker.
Time Toastmaster Cecil Lal has taken 7 minutes and 52 seconds. Toastmaster Sajeev Menon has taken 8 minutes and 49 seconds.
Okay.
Those are not qualified, unfortunately.
Since this is, since we are towards the end of the year, so let's end it on a good note. So let's not disqualify them. So is everyone comfortable with that? Both the speakers are qualified, no disqualification. Okay, I can see some head nods. So yes, no disqualification. In that case, we will have the poll. I will launch the poll right now. Okay, the poll has been launched. Poll will end in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. We are well on schedule as per the agenda, and we have the break time for 15 minutes. So I'll give an option. Do you all want to continue with the table topic session or come back?
Continue.
Continue.
Continue. No need to.
Table topics. That's wonderful. All right. So the next session, we have the table topics. And the table topic master is none other than myself. So that's why I'm very enthusiastic about this. Okay, so I'm sure you all know what table topics is. So in a nutshell, table topics is basically a short impromptu speech that we speak on topic which is given by the table topic master. This gives us no time for preparation, and that's where the beauty comes in on how quickly you can attempt a question or a topic and answer it. Call upon my first commentator. So, do we have any volunteers? Yes, Toastmaster Soy Paul, always ready for some challenges. Okay, Toastmaster Soy Paul, your question is this. If you could give one advice to your younger self, what it would be? I repeat, if you could give one advice to your younger self, what would it be? Toastmaster Soipal.
My my advice to younger self. Great. Toastmaster, topic master for the Toastmasters all the day. Because in this world, it is one thing is important. Nobody needs advice. Everybody is filled with advice. A lot of advice. If you open the WhatsApp, you will get hundreds of advice. If you, it is. We are not in the short of any types of the advice. What we can do, we can guide someone by living our life. Okay, look into me. I live my life in this way. That's it. Okay, you can take it from it. You can deviate from it because everybody's question papers are different. It is not anything, or if I advised for you for something, nothing. It is no need at all. If everybody asks, if imagine anybody share your problem, they don't need your advice. They need only one thing. You just hear their problems, and that's it. Then, if you imagine your wife is sharing her problem, you say that she need any advice? Not at all, brother. Not at all. She want to share. That's it. So my point of view, advice is not at all requires. You just live the life of what you are living, and to tell them this is my life. If you want to take something from it, do it. Otherwise, just ignore it. Don't leave any advice to the others if you are not living that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Soipal, for giving a very interesting answer. Yes, it is very easy to give advices, but what we always need is the solution to the problem, not advice. Advice is very easy to give. What we always need is the solution to the problem that we face. All right, thank you so much. Now for the second person. Now, once again, any volunteers? Yes, Toastmaster Sejo Anthony is ready, our area director.
Yeah, I don't want a Satori table topic,
Wonderful. Okay. Now, Toastmaster Sejo Anthony, your topic. What is your number one goal for the next 6 months? I repeat, what is your number one goal for the next 6 months? Toastmaster Sejo Anthony.
Respected table topic master, fellow Toastmasters, and our beloved guest. Good evening. What is my goals for next 6 months? See, as we are reaching end of the year and we will be entering to our new year, we will normally people take resolutions. So this year I have planned some resolutions that a portion of our income has to be transferred or to keep a part for the needy people. That is not been practiced yet. That is in my mind. So from 2022 onwards, I will transfer that portion of my amount to my wife account, so she can use wisely to the needy people. This is one of my resolutions. Don't laugh, she will use it. She will not share with me. Okay. And another thing, to have a positive approach to each and every situation that we are going through. See, all the people have troubles, difficulties, deaths in the way they are living every day, from their office, from home, each places. But the way we approach, we take that each situation, that's what lead us to our future life. So what I have to move forward is that approach everything in a positive way. That is for good. That is has been happened to me. That is for something better for my life. So there is something a God planned for that. Each troubles or death what we are facing, tensions what we are facing, there is a good things going to happen after that. So approach the situations, the face what we are facing in our day-to-day life with a positive smiling face, and keep this smiling face to our friends, to our socials, to our colleagues, that we can spread some kind of love or kind of attachment, intimacy to our people, so they can share their problems, they can reduce the weight of their mind. So this is what I have planned for 2022. So I believe I can take it seriously. I will make it practice. Thank you. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmasters Siju Anthony, for giving such a wonderful answer. And I wish you all the best for your resolution. Good luck. Okay, now on to the next topic. So once again, any volunteers, or should I start picking people up? Toastmaster Saju Menon, want to try a topic?
We can try. Yeah.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful. Love the excitement you have. Okay. So Toastmaster Saju Menon, your topic. What is your greatest skill? What is your greatest skill? Toastmaster Sajeev Menon.
Good evening, Toastmasters. My greatest risk is that greatest risk, isn't it? Or gift?
Greatest skill.
Skill. Yeah. I feel that one of the great skill is that I am not worried about failures. I am willing to take any opportunity that comes in. Because looking back, I was quite afraid of many things in life when I was in college. But after being in college, I realized that I cannot live my life in fear. Okay? If we are worried about failures, then we will never try on anything new. Okay? As Zig Ziglar puts it, failure is an event, not a person. Nobody is born perfect. As humans, we are all destined to make mistakes. But what matters is kicking yourself over your mistakes and learning from it. So if you look at it, we wouldn't have started walking unless without falling, right? Isn't it? But every time we fall, we dust off the butt and then make another try. This is what we have to do as a person. There will be failures, but what it is important that you learn out of the failures. But what is more important is that you don't take all the negativity into your mind, and if the negativity gets in, you can never come out of it. Learn from the mistakes and move forward. That I feel is my skill. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Man, for giving such a profound reply. It's true that failures, we should not be afraid of failures. And the thing with the current generation, I mean, the younger ones, is that most of the parents are very protective of the children, that they won't give them a sense of any failure. So what happens is that the moment they experience one, they might not be able to handle it. It is from continuous trial and error of failures and success is what makes us to be a strong individual. So this is what I've learned in Toastmasters and taking in various leadership roles, is that failures will come and go, but at each moment we come back stronger. So thank you so much, Toastmasters Sajeev Menon, for giving such a profound reply. So I think we can have one more topic, the last topic. So who wants to answer? Does our general evaluator wants to try? Yes, wonderful, wonderful. All right. For our general evaluator, what is the best parts of growing old? I repeat, what is the best parts of growing old? Toastmaster Nasreen Sheikh.
Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. I don't think there are any guests. A very good evening to one and all. The best part about growing old is living your life to the fullest right from day one. We all know we all are born to die. So why worry about something that's not in your hand? You know, sometimes in the process of living our lives, we forget We start worrying about what we'll do when we become old. Who will look after us? Will our kids take care of us? Who will be there? Oh, what kind of a daughter-in-law will I get? Oh, how will my son? Oh God, leave it. Nothing. Whatever you decide, whatever you want to do, only 50% is in your hand. Rest, it's all out of control. So treasure memories when you are with your kids. Treasure each day. Put it in your bank. As you save money, put your memories in your banks. Live each day to the fullest. Today you might not have money, but you have the people you love. One day you will have money, the people you love want. When you grow old, today you have health, tomorrow you might not. But in those old age, when you have lived your life to the fullest, whatever your old age brings you, you will be happy, you will be content, you will be satisfied. The best part of growing old is, yes, of course, in today's world, take care of what you want for your old age, but with that, try to live life. Old age is not a curse, old age is a beauty. Enjoy that beauty, treasure that beauty, and live it to the fullest. Thank you, and over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nasreen Sheikh. And this concludes my role as the table topic master. It's time for me to hand over to the Toastmaster of the day. All right, thank you so much. Now we will have the voting. So I would like to ask the timer to give us the time taken by all our commentators today.
Thank you once again, Toastmasters of the evening. Toastmasters Soul Paul took 1 minute and 29 seconds. Second speaker, Toastmaster Sijo Anthony took 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Third speaker, Toastmaster Sajiv Menon took 1 minute 35 seconds. The final speaker, Toastmaster Nasreen Sheikh took 1 minute and 57 seconds. All are qualified within the time limit.
Wonderful, wonderful news. In that case, I will launch the poll right now. All right, the poll has been launched. Right, we got all the responses from everyone over here. So I will end the poll early itself. So thank you so much for everyone for voting. Now, since the beginning of this meeting, there has been one individual who has been slowly and silently observing how we have been performing. That is none other than our general evaluator. Now, Toastmaster Nasreen Sheikh, personally, I have worked with her, and then there's one thing I've noticed is that whatever she does it 100% commitment, and she looks into every single detail. And that's what makes all the events that she's been part of perfect. So let me introduce our general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Nasreen Sheikh. Over to you.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, President, Table Topic Master, Ahmad, Toastmaster, wearing many hats today. Thank you for that lovely introduction. Now, as a general evaluator, you can also call me as a critic of the meeting, because I'm the one who will tell you what were the positives of today's meetings and what we could definitely, as Toastmasters, and this is a learning platform, we can improve on. I loved it when I joined the meeting exactly around 7:25, and I could see that most of the role players were present. The meeting was supposed to start exactly at 7:30 p.m., but when some of the main role players were missing, one or two of them, it was very good of the president to pitch in and inform us that we would be 5 minutes late. So that is something that we really need to applaud on. It wasn't forgotten, the president stepped in. But one slight suggestion over here, because the sergeant at arms is the arms of the meeting. He is the he's the presiding officer who makes sure that the meeting room is in order. And in case there are delays, I would request that the sergeant at arms takes over and he informs, because the president pitches in later. And coming to the sergeant at arms taking over the meeting and putting across the rules of the meeting, a wonderful job by the sergeant at arms. But what happens is when we just come to the meeting and start speaking, it gives us a different impression. So if we have a written script to read out from, that gives us more confidence and it puts us in a better position of what we are saying. Because at times we have guests in the meeting and we want guests to come in. So the first word that is uttered is from the sergeant at arms, and it has to have that authoritativeness for the meeting to begin. But a wonderful job at that. And then I should say that with the last minute hitch, because it is very difficult to take up a TMOD's role, but our president was very apt to pitch in and take up a TMOD's role, because for somebody like me, yes, I would definitely need preparation before I pick up a role. But at the meeting, I saw your president immediately and they were all happy faces. And it was a good feeling to be, even though the members of the meeting were less, I should say there was enthusiasm. Everyone was present and everybody was active in the meeting. Now, coming to the adoption of the agenda, yes, definitely I wanted to say the VP Education adopts the agenda, but then I realized that your TMOD was the VP Education, so the president pitched in here again, and I wanted to point out and say that, you know, your meeting agenda is wrong, President. VP Education, you don't meet on Monday, 2nd and 4th, but the timing is correct, but he did not let me do that because he himself admitted that it was wrong. But me being a general evaluator and a critic, I will say the word of the day was not on the agenda. The word of the day was mentioned wrongly. These are some simple things, because when we are looking at it, these are all Saturday enlightenments that we get. And if we concentrate on this, we would definitely do a better job. From there, moving on to the introductions, the introduction of the grammarian was done very well. It was again a dual role taken up by the sergeant at arms. Sometimes taking up dual roles is quite difficult. So a big round of appreciation to the grammarian for coming up. But one humble suggestion again is, if we have because as I mentioned, the agenda did not have the right word of the day. So in case anybody is taking up a grammarian role, so if we just have like the virtual background I have had or anything, or just written on a paper what the word of the day, of course it was put in the chat, but it makes a greater impact if the word of the day is put up on a virtual background or like a word of the day. So we become more comfortable using it. And with the word of the day, if we can also put the synonyms and the antonyms, this gives us, because this is a learning platform, a grammarian role has so much more to offer. So this would definitely make a difference. The R counter did a wonderful job. He said that the R's, I am sure he's noting down my R's, ouch and ouch also. So that was something that he did very well. Again, for the timekeeper, I said he showed the proper timing. I mean, he explained the timing criteria very well. But one humble request again, because when we have the timing criteria, it's just not for the speeches and the evaluators. There's a timing criteria for the table topics also. So this timing criteria also needs to be mentioned, which was missed out both by the table topic master as well as the timer. So if they are guests, I'm sure we all in this meeting are seasoned Toastmasters, so we do not need the timing criteria. And one more request is, as I can see, there are only 8 participants. So it's a very few members who are in the meeting. So, and I could see some of the role players who have taken up roles, their cameras were switched off in the between. In such a handful meeting, it would be very good if we keep, because we are playing a role. So if our cameras are off, that definitely says, probably we are doing our job behind the camera, but the opposite person feels, oh, it probably the job is not done well. And for our own learning purpose, it is better because we are also inviting guests to the meeting. These speeches, I was enthralled by these speeches, both these speeches. Today, I realize the beauty of eyes is not just in having beautiful eyes, but it's also into donating eyes. So a big round of applause to both the speakers doing the HPL project also. I mean, footsteps to a leadership role, how a project is actually executed, how a committee is formed. This was something done very well. Coming to the evaluators, a great job. But again, I would request, when a evaluator is taking up a role, the objective of the speech is the complete heart and body of a speech. So when an evaluator, I noticed that was one evaluator did tell us the proper objective, but with one evaluator there was a little fumbling for a lay person who is coming and wanting to know what this education system, what Toastmasters is about. Understanding the objective of the speech is very important. Now, coming up, yes, we all are on a virtual platform. We all have disturbances. I think I also messaged the president because I was a little shocked whether we are in engage your audience, because in one of these speeches, I just could hear disturbance. So I thought it was engage, it was a pathway where engage your audience. So let us, if a speaker is on the virtual platform, let's respect the time he is given to dedicate to his speech, and let us maintain silence or mute ourselves if we know that there is a background at the back. For the table topic session, an amazing table topic session. I enjoyed every topic and every speaker that went on with the topic. Kudos to choosing the topics. I enjoyed, but table topic master, you have to understand that they could also be guests. So just saying that we all know about table topics is not solving the purpose. When we have taken up a role, we have to tell what table topics is about. What is the objective of learning the table topic, and what is the timing criteria of the table topic. Another beautiful thing that I noticed about the meeting is you went on to evaluate every table topic speaker, which is also a part of active listening. So that was another very good thing that I enjoyed. And some of the, I have told you what all improvements. Now let me come to the positives of this meeting. There are a couple of things I really enjoyed. The positiveness that each one of you has brought to the meeting has been amazing. Even with 8, I come from a different platform where every meeting has at least 18-20. This is my first session as a general evaluator outside my own club, but I saw even with a couple, just a handful of members, it's so amazing if you have the enthusiasm and the positive attitude. And sometimes when we have guests, when we begin with the business session, it becomes so boring that half the guests don't understand and they leave it in the beginning. So here, one good thing I learned is that if we can also look at having the business session in the end. So at least when a guest comes to the meeting, he understands there's much more to just rather than listening to the officers' reports. They understand the essence of the meeting, they digest, and after that they can think about joining. One more thing is we started the meeting with a prayer. What an amazing concept. Thank you so much, because everything in today's world needs prayers, and the meeting beginning with a prayer was something very nice. Thank you all for having me as your general evaluator. Now, before I hand over control back to the master of ceremonies, can I please repeat? And one more, the presidential address was something that was really very good. But with that, again comes a piece of advice. can we, I know advices are not taken, but if I could request you to incorporate the founder of Toastmasters, Dr. Ralsei Smedley. He is the essence of Toastmasters. So every presidential address, if you can mention him, you can reignite into the minds that Dr. Ralsei Smedley is the founder of Toastmasters. And with that, can I call upon our grammarian to give us his grammarian report?
Are we not going for the evaluators reports?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I think my apologies on this. I missed out on it. I know there's a grandmaster to correct me. Thank you so much, DTM Ahmed Rizvi. Before we move ahead with the other reports, can I call upon our first evaluator, Toastmaster Soy Paul, to evaluate our first speaker?
Thank you, General Evaluator, for your wonderful words. Our speaker, Sijilal, opened the speech with the great. She asked us to close the eye. Then I was confusing what she was going to do, and she started with an action. So engaging with an audience, it was a very good response. It is one of the best technique in the Toastmasters, and she applied to start with it. The most important thing what I felt, I know the Sijilal personally. If you'll ask in this group, who is the person who traveled a lot, means the large scale? She visited most of the countries in the world. She's such a person. She's working in the eye field, in the eye hospital, and she's a research fellow. That's why with her profession, she traveled across the world and visiting many countries, and that's why she has the authenticity. Any speech, that the three things are the important. This ethos, logos, and pathos. If you'll consider the ethos, it is the your what you say, your authenticity. She started with an authenticity because she's the performer. She knows the subject very well. And coming back to her topic, her main intention of the speech was to persuade. Apart from the evaluation, how many of you pursued? Have you anybody felt that persuaded? Great. This is amazing. So we know that. So no need to tell anything. But with her speech, we persuaded. I'm ready to fill the form once I finish the meeting or before the meeting. Tomorrow I will fill the form and send to that one. What are the organs I have? I'm ready to donate. If anybody hears if a Soipol died, you can ask to the next two question. Have you arranged for the donating his eyes? This is the first question. It should be the first question, not the no. Have you ready for that one? I'm ready for that one. So she personally, what are his project, her project criteria she fulfilled. Thank you. And for presenting this topic, she had applied a lot of techniques. She had brought the data. It was as per the project, she brought the American standard, Indian standard, 52%, 30%, 40%, a lot of data filled with it. It was as per the criteria, it was a requirement. She did it. And everybody can talk to anything, but if you have to speak by ourselves, it was a great. She is exemplified this one with her personal example. Her friend have the disease for the cornea disease, and she has replaced. She has done it. These are the very well points. In how further she could work it on her the voice modulation and those things. If she cannot stand, she already told us, so no need to mention that one. So these are the main things, and I believe it was a wonderful project. She's completed it. She is the authoritatively. She informed us. Thank you, Toastmaster Siji.
Thank you, Toastmaster Soipon, for that wonderful evaluation. Now let's move on to our second evaluator, the Grandmaster of Toastmasters, Distinguished Toastmaster Ahmed Rizvi, to evaluate our second speaker.
A celebration of a Toastmasters event. What a wonderful project to start with, and what a wonderful way of presenting a speech of a HPL project speech, first speech. Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, good evening to you all once again. I don't want to tell the General Evaluator as guest because he's no more a guest for us. He is going to become a member. Anyway, besides that, I would like to elaborate on the speech. The speech I will evaluate on three portions. The first is where the speaker excelled. The speaker excelled in crafting the speech in such a manner to give a very good glimpse of the project with adequate information about his guidance committee, as well as the project and the program, as well as what it is going to, he is going to achieve from this project. It was well crafted with simple words, and the voice modulation clarity was excellent. He has a wonderful voice to give this project with a powerful oration. That was really well done. And the speech was crisp and very clear, crisp and clear what he is about to do and what the vision is all about, where it is going to end. Now, for the recommendation in this project, it emphasizes a plan, an original plan. That is very important in an HPL project. The first speech should give what is his plan. Although he had an overall idea of the project, the plan, what he's going to do on that particular day, especially on that day, what it will achieve, what are the programs that is going to happen, a plan, and how this is going to be virtual also, how it will be done. Now, for the challenge for the speaker, the third portion of the evaluation is the challenge is when you are doing an HPL project, the presentation was wonderful and the slides were very minimal and the explanation was there. But I noticed the vision has to be a long-term vision, like what it will achieve, this project vision, that the challenge is for the speaker to come out with a wonderful vision. This project will achieve in the long term, this one. That should be the vision. I think the vision was something like a very simple reason to conduct a program for 250 meeting of Palakkad Toastmasters. That is the vision which can improve. That's all the challenge. Overall, the speaker had a wonderful voice modulation, enough materials, enough information, the program and the project, what he's going to do. Only if he could accommodate the vision as well as the plan, it will be an ideal HPL project speech. Overall, I congratulate the speaker to achieve his objective as well as the vision, and the mission I am sure he will implement very properly according to the speech. Congratulations, you can proceed to the project as well as the next speech. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, DTM Ahmed Rizvi, for that wonderful evaluation. I think this brings us to the end of the evaluations, and I'm sure our speakers with all the wonderful recommendations given by the evaluators will do wonders in their upcoming speeches. And thank you, DTM Ahmed Rizvi, for pointing out I forgot the evaluators. Now, can I request our timer to please give us the timing report for the evaluators?
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. Toastmaster Soy Paul, the first evaluator, took 3 minutes and 46 seconds. DTM Ahmed is the second evaluator, took 3 minutes and 21 seconds. DTM Ahmed is please qualified.
Thank you, timer, for that wonderful report. So I think, do we have the voting ballet for the evaluators as well, Mr. President?
Yes, we do. we do have.
Okay, so you would be doing it now or at the end of the session?
Only DTM Ahmed Rusvi qualified, so no need for that.
So no need. Okay, fine. Now I just needed to understand on this also. This is just a small recommendation coming from me as a general evaluator, because the clubs are the learning platform for us to move further into contests. So when our speakers are doing a great job, I understand being the year ending, we did not look at the timing criteria for our speakers, but in future that would be a learning lesson even for the speakers to time their speeches, because they could go ahead with their wonderful speeches into contests. But sometimes we have heard some wonderful international speakers getting disqualified because of time. So when we take a decision of letting them be qualified, we have to also look that they could move further with their speeches. So that is another thing. And moving on, and one more positive thing that I saw here is, because usually the clubs I attend, we do the voting ballet at the end of the meeting. So this was something innovative, that after every speech, it is time constraint also, like, you know, you save up a lot of time, the voting ballots just come. So this is another very positive point that I saw and witnessed. Moving further, can I request the grammarian for the grammarian report?
General evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and guest. I have just noticed some of the words. It is noted by the profounder, by the Alvin and Nasrin Sheikh is wonderfully a lot of good words that she has used. Living your life to fullest, treasure each day, old age is, old age is beauty, ridiculous meeting, and so many things what I have wrote, what I have noticed. And I have noticed that 3 times our word of the day used. One time is Toastmaster Seja, and one time is Nasrin Sheikh. One time somebody else also is utilized. Okay. Alvin Sethi. I 3 times I have noticed the word of the day is utilized. So for the grammatical error, I haven't found any grammatical mistake because I wasn't not that much capable, but anyhow, I haven't noticed any mistake so far. This is my report. Back to you, General.
Thank you, thank you so much, Grammarian, for that wonderful report. I think we all are on a learning platform, and you did a wonderful job. So we all learn. I learned so many things today. So it's an amazing thing. Thank you, Toastmaster Alvin. Today you taught me attending other clubs can also teach you a lot. And now going on, can I request our R counter to please give the R counter report? DTM Ahmed, you're muted.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator and fellow Toastmasters. Good evening once again. This is DTM Ahmed Rizvi as your R counter. Today, I think I noticed not that much of gap fillers comparing to some other clubs which I have witnessed. It is very unfortunate that I don't have that much of business in as R counter, and I don't like to be an R counter in virtual meeting, to be very honest, because we have got used to R's and M's so much that we do not care at all about our gap fillers or scratches. So to start with, Alvin had 2 R's, 1 and Yumi twice. Soy Paul, Toastmaster Soy Paul, he had very little, at least 4 R's, 3 M's, and 6 R's. Sijilal, Toastmaster Sijilal, 2 R's, 2 M's, 3 R's, 3 R's, and 2 I mean. Raju Menon had very little. He had 2 M's and 2 R's. For that, I think the Sean compensated all that. He had 4 R's and 4 R's and 1 The master of R's and N's is the master of general evaluator, who had 6 R's and 4 N's and 13 R's, as well as 1 gap for you mean, etc. That's all from my side. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Who is the champion?
Champion is our General Evaluator.
Thank you, General. Thank you, counter. You being my mentor should also teach me how to fill in my R's and hums. So next lesson is that. All in all, everybody, thank you for a wonderful, wonderful meeting. I thoroughly enjoyed being here. In fact, when I was taking up this role, I was thinking twice, should I go and should I not? But I did not want to say a no, and I'm thankful that I did not say a no, and I'm here. It's been a wonderful meeting. I can see till now also only 8 participants, but with 8 participants also there is so much enthusiasm. With the virtual platform, I know it's getting difficult to get more members, but yes, we could look at. But thank you so much for inviting me, and thank you for this wonderful meeting. With this, I hand over control back to the president and the master of ceremonies, Toastmaster Alvin Sevi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nasrin Sheikh, for giving a very constructive evaluation, general evaluation about our whole meeting in general. Definitely, we have taken down the notes and we have the recording as well. So, any doubt, we will just go through your evaluation. So, thank you so much once again for accepting our invitation and coming in on the last moment. Thank you so much. All right, now on our next agenda, we have the business session. But since there are few office members over here, we club officer members, we will not be taking any officers report. So we'll be discussing other business. So is there any other business do we have to discuss? The floor is open.
Mr. President, we don't even have the quorum and we don't have enough members to discuss business. But you can make a motion for cancelling the business session and take it up in the next session where you have the members, because I don't think there is a point in discussing anything without the knowledge of the members, because we don't have the members.
Exactly. In that case, we will
So DT Mohammed Rizvi propose a motion to postpone the business session to the next meeting. And I would really like to see officers meeting and then come back with the proper business session in the next meeting.
definitely have someone to second the motion stated by DT Mohammed Rizvi.
I, Toastmaster Sijilal, second the proposal made by DT Muhammad Rasvi to postpone the business session.
Thank you so much. The motion has been passed, and then the business session will be discussed. Details for that will be informed at a later date. So thank you so much. This concludes the business session. Okay.
Mr. President, inform the later date. Huh? Don't wait until the next meeting.
You won't be forgotten. There will be communication in the group. Okay, thank you so much. So this comes towards the end of the meeting. So it's now time for the announcement of the results. So I have the results with me. So we'll start with the best speaker. So there are only 2 of us, so 50-50 chance. Any guesses who is the best speaker?
And donate the ice to the best speaker.
Well, you are absolutely right, DT Mohammed Rizvi. The best speaker goes to Toastmaster Sijilal. Congratulations. Now on to our next award for the best table topics commentator. So there have been 4 of us. So any guesses for the best table topic commentator?
Master of gap fillers.
DTM Abarisvi once again right on the nail. Toastmaster Nasrin Sheikh is the best table topics commentator. Congratulations. So these are the awards, and the award certificates will be sent later through WhatsApp or through email. So congratulations to all the winners. And before we end the meeting, I would like to request everyone to put on your best faces and let us have a group photo. All right. Taking photo in 3, 2, and 1.
Nasri is the best.
Yes. Thank you everyone for coming here today. And I know there are a few members today. Surely we have taken something to learn from today's meeting. And with all of us have new year resolutions. So let's look forward to 2022, that it won't be filled with pandemic, but instead we could personally see each other instead. So with this meeting